guys, welcome back. It's Auburn here, your Tech and Games Crusader, and we have some unboxings we're going to do for various things. Here we have the light gray / white version of the VR cover eye lens cover for the Meta Quest 2, and we have the Black Shark semiconductive magnetic cooler. Was designed for the Black Shark 4 Pro and the Black Shark 4. So we're just going to see how well it works on other things. And then finally, after weeks and weeks of delays and everything, the initial BoboVR M2 Pro that I got was missing the battery and the left back extension arm pad. So I've been waiting on a replacement to come along. Finally got here today. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this says on the box here. We got company information on the back. We have model is M2 Pro. A 50-50 balance weight ratio before and after. A quick release battery pack design. 3 hours of extra game time. Better overall wrapping and comfort. That is not the Meta design. That is just an Infinity design. So you can see here, Infinity battery life. Due to it being rechargeables. They do have a battery pack, a standalone battery pack coming out for $29.99 that you can be able to just swap these out. I will get that so we can go over the retail packaging for that whenever it comes out. Going into the box here, we have instructions. And specifics. So we have BoboVR M2 Pro is a battery head strap designed by BoboVR for Meta Quest 2. The head strap is equipped with multiple adjustment devices which can be individually adjusted according to the head size of different people. M2 Pro head strap continues the halo design of M2, setting the main force position of the forehead to minimize facial pressure. And a new magnetic detachable battery pack is added to power Quest 2. A single battery pack can increase the battery life of Quest 2 by an additional 3 hours, and 2 battery packs can be used alternatively to achieve unlimited battery life. Second battery pack needs to be purchased separately, unless you are a big reviewer tuber, bait tuber person that just gets stuff sent to you for free, or by promotion, whatever. You know, I'd rather be able to give honest feedback and opinion buying something than know that, you know, what I bought in value is appreciated. Whenever you just get sent stuff for free, it's hard to determine what the value of something is because you didn't pay for it. Moving on. We got product component description. Charging plug is right here. We got adjusting shaft is... Okay, that's interesting. They're calling that the adjusting shaft. Auxiliary force soft contact. Some weird names for this stuff. Folding shaft. Tightening the adjusting knob. And magnetic battery pack. Installation and warning instructions. Because we use a special top auxiliary force design and actual wearing, please do not tilt the head strap, which will cause discomfort on the top of the head. Sorry guys, as I'm talking and this is just leaning against my chest, it does bounce because my lungs are expanding. If I hold it out like this to where I'm supporting it with my right hand, I don't have that issue. There we go. Please be sure to read the following instructions in detail. 1. Remove the original head strap accessories. Remove the original Quest 2 head strap and face kit. 2. Place the Quest 2 vertically on the table. Make sure that the lens is facing up, not into direct light though. Definitely not into sunlight. So I would adjust these directions a bit. 3. Then put the black siding groups on both sides of the M2 Pro over the connections on both sides of the Quest 2. And slowly press until they are flush. Do not press to the bottom. See, this is where I think this design could be improved upon, where the dual halo strap that I've been testing already fixed, and that's where you have a stopping point that it goes to on the back. Fix the forehead webbing if needed. Put the soft webbing in the package into the hole in the middle of Quest 2 and leave it about 1 to 2 inches. Not sure I'm okay with that kind of a design. I like being able to adjust the halo where I want it. I mean, it is an attachment point that way, but it's Velcro, so. Connect the power cord on the back of the M2 Pro to the charging port on the left side of Quest 2. 6 is check the battery level when the battery pack is magnetically attracted to the head strap. Head strap will emit a D sound feedback, indicating that it is connected. You can judge whether it is charging by observing the indicator light. Battery pack description: M2 Pro innovatively adapts a magnetic replaceable battery pack design. Sorry guys, it's been a rough couple of weeks. My health is just trying to get stuff done. The small battery reduces the load on the head and solves the problem of long-term battery life by replacing the battery pack. If the battery is short of power during use, the battery pack can be removed at any time, charging separately. So as you can see, you have 2 prongs here, or interface pads, that magnetically attach. You have a button, it looks like. Yep, button, power indicator. You got these dots here for power indication. Work indication. A ring around the button. Magnetic interface on the back side, and Type-C interface on the top. So what this top Type-C interface is an extra port for an accessory output, additional to what actually is going to the headset itself. So this would give you the ability to be able to directly charge the battery itself, or the ability to plug something in to this to be able to decharge, like my screen or my fan could be plugged into the top. Battery capacity and battery life. The battery pack has a capacity of 5,200 milliamps per hour. You can use the original Quest 2 charging head, which is the charging connector or cable, or other commonly used Type-C charging heads to charge the battery pack. When the battery pack is fully charged, you can charge the Quest 2 for a full charge or add about 3 hours of battery life. Power display: the battery pack has 4 power indicators, which respectively indicate the capacity of 0 to 25%, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and 75 to 100. Button functions: single click on the button to apply power or view external power supply. The light ring around the button turns bright, indicating that the battery pack is supplying external power. Alright, parameters table. We got functions here: head size, adjustment range, charging method, input output. So head size adjustment range is up to 24.4 inches at maximum for head size. We will also measure the fully extended back part expansion. Magnetic removable battery pack is charging method: DC 5 volt is input and 3 amps max is your output. So battery pack parameters: battery pack, lithium ion, or lithium battery rather, or lithium ion. It doesn't say L-ion, it just says Li. So we got battery energy is 3.7 volts at 5200 milliamps per hour, which is 19.24 watt hours. Rated capacity is 5 volts at 1.5 amps, or 320 milliamps, or 3200 milliamps rather. 0 to 100% charge time about 3 hours. 0 to 80% charge time about 2 hours. Auto shutdown: when there is no external charging, it will automatically shut down within 40 seconds. Safety protection: we got supports overcharge protection, over discharge protection, and overcurrent protection. Support short circuit protection, support high and low temperature protection. Operating temperature is 0 degrees Celsius up to 40 degrees Celsius. Precautions or warnings: please use a charger that has safety certification and supports DC 5 volt 2 amps or DC 5 volt 3 amps for charging. It is strictly forbidden to use a charger that does not support DC 5 volt to charge. It is forbidden to throw the product into fire or water, and it is forbidden to expose the sun to the sun or water. It is forbidden to disassemble, hit hard, or drop the product without authorization. So, wait. This doesn't make sense here. So, if you ask nicely and ask permission, you can disassemble, hit it hard, or drop it. I don't know about that. I'm still doing my drop tests, so they'll get over it and I'll detach the battery just so I can be able to see how well it holds on. When not in use for a long time, please charge the battery to more than 60%, store in a dry environment at room temperature, and charge the mobile power supply every 5 months. Please do not wash or clean this product with chemicals. If you find leakage, odor, or smoke, please stop using it immediately. So that's our manual is done and out of the way. So what do we got? Hey, we got a battery this time. Wow, that box is just falling apart. Holy cheese. It's like they were in a hurry and they didn't assemble the box well. I fixed it for them. So we got a charge cable. And we have our battery. Name is VR Power Bank. Model is B2, so this is the BoboVR B2, or the battery for Quest 2. In state says DC 5 volt, 3 amps max. Out states is DC 5 volt, 3 amps max, and capacity is 5200 milliamps per hour, made in China. Alright, so single tap, it is fully charged. There's our accessories port. Here we have some pico pads and our magnetic. They're actually recessed. So it makes me think that the pads it's going to sit on are going to be a little bit raised. Head strap. Let's take a look and see what's changed with this thing over the course of roughly 6 months. Okay, so here we can see this is, instead of a full top strap, you just have this. Please fix the lower webbing at the hanging hole in the middle of Quest 2 and keep the distance between the forehead pad or forehead part and the face interface part about 1 to 2 centimeters. Well, I use an adjusted height on mine, so that won't be as much of an issue on mine. Here we have a braided cable coming out of the back right here. We do still have Velcro on the back. It is not all the way attached in parts of it. The wheel is a slight bit better to turn because of having a little bit, it does stick out a little bit further, but it is still slick. Of course, none of the BoboVR products have ever squeaked, so I wouldn't expect a Pro model to squeak. Got same thing here is on the battery. It's just in reverse. As you can see, this is listed M2 Pro. This is listed as B2. VR head strap, VR power bank. The padding is a lot thicker. It's right about 14 millimeters thick. Now let's see if these are thicker. $10 millimeters thick on these. It is a memory foam, very dense memory foam. It rebounds very fast. They didn't change this part on the front design at all. They just changed the pads going on it. So these are the same height and everything, which means it's probably going to have the same issues of, I'm going to have to flex it. As you can see, yes, I am flexing it. If you try and hold it by this and flex this, you will break this off. So you got to hold it. If you're going to flex these, hold it by the inside. And I'm going to angle it with the flex to where it goes an angle back. Most people shouldn't even have to touch these or do anything to them, but I know from experience of on the old models, you know, you can't just grab it right here and go, or you will break these off. And these are screwed in on the sides. Oh. Okay. We do still have Velcro on the front. And it is a full plate Velcro. Under this Velcro, there's screws right here and here. And that's how these arms right here are attached. See how thick our front cushion is. It's about 12.5 millimeters thickness on there. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to turn off the TV so we can use it for the purpose of the mirror. Give me one moment, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I am back. Let's go ahead and move this over just to see how this feels. We definitely want to have that on the outside, not on the inside. It'd be frustrating. Alright, let's see. Well, I can wear it as a beanie. It just sits on top of my head. Alright, that's as far down as I can get it. Ugh. I'll probably end up having to bend it like this again, like I did with the original. Oh my gosh, why don't they make things for larger heads? That is a lot of pressure. Holy cheese. Alright, guys. So, this is extended all the way out. So, let's go ahead and measure from the part it comes out of the back to the part that it is right here. So, we got 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters to the center part. Straight up like 4 1/8 inches. Why does this thing not fit my head? So, just for the sake of comparison now, that over there. This is the dual halo. Extends way more. Plus, this is what I was talking about. See how at the back you have this stopper. So it has a almost, it's like 3/4 coverage on the side arms. And this thing is really stout. Like, this is one really well-built head strap. This came turned around by default. Here we have the other battery strap that is a 5,200 milliamps per hour. And then I have the VR cover pad on here, along with the SMN Halo add-on for the top. So let's go ahead and take this out and apart. So that's out and apart. And that's out. That's out. And that's out. And this is Velcro self-adjusting. Set it where you need it. Fits any head size up to probably Andre's massive melon. Well, we got it here. Let's go ahead and swap out to the white or light gray version. Of the VR cover, lens cover here. So let's go ahead and see how well we can get this thing to fit. I don't joke whenever I say I have a massive head, guys. My head is like almost 28.5 inches round, so. So that's going about to the point of evenness here. To where your hands are looking at it. The joint is just past. Now that's to even. So you got the back of your connecting arms even with your hinge here now. So let's go ahead. It advises an inch away from this. So this, just so you guys know, this is only just a piece of Velcro that's stuck behind the pad. It can be moved or moved up. Just like I did just now. This doesn't stay in here as well on mine, where I have those magnetic rings that go over top of other things. I'm a poet, didn't know it. Sorry, just watched Princess Bride again yesterday. It was probably one of my top 5 all-time favorite movies. Or not yesterday, but Sunday. So it's still fresh in my mind. I usually watch it a couple of times a year. See, this has got my cheek pad cushions on here. With the extra dense foam. With the Lycra covering, so. Let's go ahead and see how it fits. That does nothing. Yeah, all of the weight of my face is right there. So let's check the battery. So without the battery on here, I can tell you right now, I feel all the weight on my face right here and right here. Halo does nothing at that far forward, like what they say. So, like you can see on this pad, at its pressed form, it comes even with where they want your strap to be at. Whenever I have it angled more, that actually extends it to where maybe if I offset it like this, all right, so we got about even. Yeah, 2 centimeters is not enough. Maybe 2 inches. Yeah, let's try for 2 inches. Just to see if that gives me a little bit more offset. Alright, headset. Alright, so basically you can see where I'm putting it at, to where the end of it is just going to stick out. Just like that. And see if that'll let it fit my head a little bit better. I can get it to fit my head that way. We're just going to crank it all the way down to see if it does anything for... Just, I don't care how much pressure I'm putting on my head right now. This is just a test to see how much head pressure I have. Got a battery pack. Alright, so got, here's our cable. I love when they're a rounded tip on the connector, so you have something you can be able to grab on the top and the bottom, especially where you have the control or connecting arm right here. You can still grab. We got our battery. Let's go ahead and see the D sound it makes. D. Alright, so in that aspect, it is like the VR Power 2 module. Single tap is on, double tap is off. So there's some similarities in that design department. Now let's see. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to expand it back out. Now let's see how well it holds. It is not 50-50. I have nothing else on this, and it is still front heavy. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. If it was 50-50 balance, this would be our balance point. It is not 50-50 balance. There's our balance point. Right here. Right at the crest of this, right at the top of this bottom, at the top of this sticker, right there is our balance point. But typically where you want your balance point is where your ears are, so right about here. This is not heavy enough. This back part is not heavy enough to offset what this is for a balance point. Maybe if I tighten it all the way down as far as I can get it, and also on the side, see, these aren't laying flat. If I lay these flat, no, there's no way. I would have to pull the headset closer to my face for pulling these down, but then daggone it, these things are still right in the way and causing hot spots. For me anyways, this is not really solving the issue, because they did say they didn't change anything on the size of the band or the design to make these side extension arms pads movable. So that's kind of a disappointment. Maybe we'll get a BoboVR M2 XL Pro or M2 XL or M2 0.5 where these are actually movable, like on pivots like this and like this. I've got a strap on the way in very slowly, waiting on customs right now, that does have these that are movable for a certain amount of degrees on the sides. I mean, it's comfortable as far as there's enough padding that nothing is preventing any sort or causing any hot spots, and I can move my head all the way up. You're not getting your nose beaten to crap out of whenever you're doing side-to-side quick motions. So that's good. It feels good. The parts that do a decent job of fitting on me, but this just needs to come out further. Like, this needs to be about 6.5 inches on each side for being able to accommodate my head. I mean, I'll show you what I'm talking about on this one. This one is doing it in a way different manner, but this one is just under 5.5 inches on that way. Right at 138 millimeters on that way. So this has got 38 millimeters extra on each side, more than this does. And then if you take a look at this, you know, how far out can this extend and still connect? To 174 millimeters. We're right at 7 inches. By comparison, my all-time best head strap and best value for the Quest 2, the Soar King Elite strap, it's 140 millimeters from the extension part. Straight up at 5.5 inches. And that's as far out as it extends. And by comparison, I mean, BoboVR knows what they're doing. They make for a market of fits most, not fits all. It is not an all-inclusive solution. It is a fits most solution. I would rather it be all-inclusive rather than excluding larger sizes because of low market purchase on that demographic. So let's go ahead and apply it where they say it should be at. Right there. And let's do the shake test here to see how much force, if any, will cause this to loosen. So if you sneezed and you had the strap on, battery would fly off. So we'll take off the battery. And just trying to move that. It's not budging. If I had foam walls, I would just hold it like this and swing it around my wrist really fast. Kind of like a hula hoop, to see if any G's would actually loosen this at all. Probably not. So yeah, see, this is where they're showing this is the distance that you want to have it. I can't wear it at that point. For most people out there, though, I mean, I can see where this is going to be a great head strap. For me, having a larger head and also wearing glasses in long hair, it's just it's still not for me. But you know, I can give the company their due. It is a well-built product, good design. Battery is warm after just being on there with the headset on for a bit. Yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to the next product here. Put these back in. Not exactly sure why it's not going in very well. It's probably because the way that I have this on here. So if I did a different face bracket, it would probably be a lot easier. But this is definitely a marked improvement over the original BoboVR M2. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pause, guys, and start the next video. So, you guys have any questions or comments about the BoboVR M2 Pro with the battery pack and the enhanced padding, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will answer it as soon as I am able to see what's going on with it. We have surpassed 450 subscribers on YouTube, so we're closing in on 500. Yay! And if you have any desire to, keep up with the channel, to know when I have new videos that are live, consider subscribing to the channel. Do have some giveaways planned in the future whenever things on Twitter get up to the goal set for it at 2,500 followers. So you also can want to follow me on Twitter at Zybernite to know when I have new items coming in that may be potential future content, or if you have any desire to keep up with tech and gaming industry news, stories, indie devs, fighting games, VR, and in just general, plant-based health, things like that, or just things that improve life, technology that improves life, happy to have you on board. If you are an indie developer or a game developer, then I will also promote your content. And if it's something that I am also into, I will follow back. But don't expect to follow for a follow, because I've already maxed out my follow count 5 times. And can't do that, really. So I hate whenever I have to remove people from my follow list, but after games get released and they end of life or no longer have updates going, I do remove from my follow list, but I do still keep a list of those accounts so that I can be able to post anything or retweet that those people do actually bring out of either new games or new content or updates and things like that, so people are still in the know. I keep my integrity first whenever I do any sort of content posts and things like that. So yeah, guys, Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night, good day, take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.